Hey guys, welcome to my 12 animal zodiac sign. Today I'm going to be talking all about the pig. But if you haven't already watched my other videos on the 12 animal zodiac sign, feel free to browse them throughout my channel. Before we go into today's 12 animal zodiac sign, it's very important for you to find out which animal signs do you have in your BaZi chart. And you can actually find them out through plotting your BaZi chart through this URL here. And you can actually take your phone and scan on this QR code. Once you plot your BaZi chart out, you will see something like this. And total, there will be 4 pillars with 4 animal signs. So which means that in our BaZi chart, there's more than 1 animal sign. So if you are looking at the year pillar, whatever animal sign that falls in the year pillar, it represents your social network, your external surroundings. While if you look at the month pillar, as you can see, right, it refers to segments, area, and aspects in your career and business. While if you look more deeper into it, you look at your day pillar. Whatever animal sign that is inside your day pillar, that represents your spouse and also your physical health. While the last one at your hour pillar, it represents your children, staff, and investment. So if you have a pig in your BaZi chart or your astrology chart, well, 2023, it's gonna be a deep year for you because 2022 essentially pig is okay and it's better than 2023. So as you can see in the slides here, I've put them as 1 star out of 5 star, and it is ranking number 10 out of all the 12 animal signs. But now let's look into all the positive and negative auxiliary stars and what are the key strategies that you can actually focus on in 2023. Well, basically, there is only like 1 positive stars that I can really highlight for the pig in 2023. As you can see, it is known as the tree harmony combination. So basically, a pig and a rabbit, which is the year of 2023, it's actually a combination. So by having these positive stars, what does it mean, right? It actually means that you have the ability to make good connection and network around easily. So if you really want to use this star in a positive way, you might want to, be more sociable, I would say, and really get out there and to get to know more people. And by pig being the traveling star, you can actually use this star effectively if you actually get to know more people while traveling, and also get to learn more things as you travel as well. And this itself will be able to activate the positive stars for you in 2023. Now, if we look into the negative auxiliary stars for the pig in 2023, the first one I would highlight is the Earth Star. It's also known as the Earth Healing Star, which really tells us about problems and setbacks that will then cause a lot of your plans will not, go the way you want. Okay, so it usually then means hiccups, obstacle along the work that you actually have planned for. So you do really want to expect like the unexpected and do not get too much of distracted because of this. As I always say, right, managing your expectations would really help us to actually deal with a lot of problems, yeah? And on top of that, Earth Star could also mean injuries and stress that is related to Earth, which also means that perhaps when you travel or when you move around, you could possibly get yourself into certain form of injuries, right? So those are the kind of things that you want to pay attention of when it comes for the Earth Star. The second one that I would like to highlight, as you can see here, right, it is the white tiger, right? So basically, white tigers can tell, it's an aggressive star. It's a tiger, right? So basically, what it could really cause as a form of problem is, again, a form of injury, especially when you exercise or when you're moving too fast. And moving too fast doesn't always have to mean like physical. Yeah, moving too fast could also means your reaction and things like that. So that could also cause certain problems. If you like, when you move too fast, it also means that you're not careful. So it could cause certain problems like injuries, right? White tiger also tells us about pettiness. So you may get involved or pulled into certain form of rumors and gossip. So do pay attention on this. And ideally, you do not want to get yourself into it, right? The next one would be, as you can see, is the goat blade, right? So goat blade, again, as you can see, right, it's also another form of aggressive star, right? So what would really happen is that it could either happen both ways, something like you perhaps be too aggressive, or something that people are being too aggressive to you. So either way, together, it will not form a very positive outcome, because when you become or other people become too aggressive, it will create a lot of unwanted issues and unexpected problems as well. So you just want to pay attention on that as well. As you can see, right, the peak energy, it could be quite aggressive in 2023, right? So if we look together as an auxiliary star, right? So the next one, we're looking at the back poking, right? So basically, back poking is also quite direct as what it means. Literally means, there'll be potential people who will actually stab behind your back. So when stab behind your back, it means that it could be someone that you would never expect, or someone, that you really know and is actually holding a knife at the back. So what you really want to pay attention is that you got to be more careful, especially when you want to give out a certain form of information, right? Because this kind of backstab is also a petty people issue, right? And with the kind of information that you start talking to people about or give people, they might use this information against you. So you want to keep things to yourself more, and you want to keep an eye on the kind of people that you perhaps want to have more trust on. Okay, so the next one would be the Sky Warrior, right? As you can see, it's in the picture here, right? It's like a tug of war. Again, it does tell us competitiveness. And usually this kind of competitiveness, it does brings down a lot of communication problems, right? So most likely you tend to say things that would give the wrong impression about yourself and cause a lot of misunderstanding, and people might misunderstand about who you really are as a person, right? So basically, these are the 5 negative auxiliary star for the peak in 2023. So now, moving on to the key success in 2023 for the peak, the first one I would really highlight is to manage your competitiveness, right? See, competitiveness can be very unhealthy sometimes. Of course, competitive is also a very positive trait. With the aggression and with a lot of things that is going on, the negative stars impact, the competitiveness might get overboard. And with that, you don't want to be always in this fight or flight mode, and always in the situation where you always want to win because you want to win, right? So instead, try to shift your mindset, and you do not want to really get into the negative side of being competitive, right? As if you can see with all the negative stars, with that, people might give or might get a wrong impression about who you are as a person, and that itself could backfire, right? So instead, you want to use competition as a platform to try your best, learn, and be also very friendly and positive about the outcome. And that competition doesn't always have to be with someone who is outside. It could also be something on the inside. So it also reflects to your own personal competition. So don't be too hard on yourself sometimes, all right? So the second one would be, of course, as you can see, the communication, like from the negative auxiliary stars, we know that there could be a lot of issues that will raise because of things that you might say, or basically people-related gossips and things like that. Therefore, communication is definitely one of the way to go in 2023, yeah? So you might want to listen and speak wisely. Do not be too rash. Don't just jump into the gun, because that would also means that it's the trait of being overly aggressive. So coming to a conclusion without listening the whole thing could lead to certain issues as well. And the tendency for you to choose the wrong choice of words are higher, as you can see in the negative stars, right? And you see, chances are whatever you say will get backlash at the end of the day and could be easily used against you. And that's what you do not want to put yourself into, right? The next one would be movements, okay? So I would really encourage you to focus on lots of physical movement as well. Example, like simple exercises that can help you to manage stress that you're facing. Because if the energy is really, really high, such as aggression, right? You can actually release and manage them through a lot of exercises. With that, you know, your energy could be more subtle and you will not face the other problems that I mentioned earlier, right? Besides that, movement could also means, you know, you want to just travel around to new places and enjoy learning new things, giving you fresh perspective as well. So that is also encouraging in 2023. So guys, that's it for the pick, the positive and the negative auxiliary stars of the pick together with the key strategies in 2023. I hope you have taken some notes and I will see you again in my next animal science. Bye!